Hi everyone and welcome back to the Bods. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You join me today for an update on where we are with our winter village. Now last week you left me, I was trying to get through all of our children's Lego and getting it out of the way to make the space. I'd cleared off the whole sides and this is where we start this week. So it's a bit of a vlog kind of one. Join me as I get the winter village sorted over the space of the last week. So let's get straight into it. So Ian kindly brought down the boards. I finally cleared up the sides, and so the boards are all down and ready to go. Now I'm not feeling very well this week, so I'm going to make myself a promise that I'm going to do at least one thing every day to move the winter village forward to completion, hopefully by Friday, so I can show you. So it's Tuesday now. Didn't do anything yesterday, but I've only promised myself that today, so it's okay. So I'm going to go and get the track down and lay that all out, and I figure that will get me hopefully in the mood to get a little bit more down maybe, or stop there and pick it up again tomorrow and maybe do 3 things tomorrow or something. Okay, so here we have the track down. I could have looked at last year's layout to work out what I did, but I just figured I'd start laying it down so it goes along. It's always roughly the same, it's just whether or not I've got a bit more of a wiggle on this side this year. And obviously until I put the train on, I won't know if that's a good idea. I had a spare hand, so I brought down one of the high street buildings. It's definitely not going to end up there. And now I've got my super powered vacuum. I didn't have that last year, I don't think. So I'm going, I got it for Christmas last year, that's why. So I'm going to just quickly dust the track because I think that will help the train run a bit better. So maybe that counts as an extra thing to do today. So it's Wednesday now and I've brought some stuff down. I also managed to do my ornaments on the mantelpiece. But anyway, the train is here. That's the important part. I've dusted it, which I don't think I've done for a while. Pop that bit down. I annoyingly haven't brought the remote control down though, so I can't check my track is okay. I've also brought down the station, which needs to go on like a straight bit, and that tiny little car, and then I've got a whole nother box. I've done 2 trips today because I figured try and get as many as possible down. Unfortunately, I haven't emptied this one yet and I need to dust it, but I've run out of power on my hoovery thing, vacuum, whatever it's called, so I'll waiting for that to charge and I'll clean this up and then I'll get those out. I really wish that our Lego room was not quite so far at the top of the stairs, like it's the loft room, so it's far away. But I'm going to just keep going, bringing a little bit down, just while I'm not feeling very well. I don't want to overexert myself. But I do love this train, isn't it beautiful? So it's Thursday now. You might realise that there's 2 more buildings here. As I mentioned to Ian that I was struggling to get these down and asked if he could maybe help somewhat. And I went to bed and I got up this morning and these 2 had magically appeared. Now you might think, hang on, there's loads of space left. And you're right. But he did move all the other sets apparently to within my reach in the Lego room. So that has at least helped me get to them. So I'm going to head up there now and grab a few more. So I've made it up to the Lego City room and this is what Ian's done for me. He's moved everything away from the edges so that I can actually reach. I really wish he'd actually moved it to like here so that I didn't have to go under the table to get it. But I guess it's better than nothing. I think I'm still going to struggle to try and get this done today because I feel like rubbish and I don't really fancy crawling under the tables. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 3 more times to get all of that. Because there's 4 or 5 buildings there. I maybe double up a couple of times. Maybe 4 times at least. I really don't want to. But I really want my winter village downstairs. So I've got to suck it up or just accept that it won't be done this week. I guess we'll find out. Oh gosh, I've just discovered he's put a few here as well, which is closer at least to be able to get them out, but that's more for me to take down, so it's definitely going to be at least 4 trips, maybe 5. Okay, I've had a genius idea. It's not really that genius. This has been sat in our hallway for way too long. We keep meaning to take it up to the Lego room. This box of Lego has also been sat waiting to go up to the Lego room. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to take it up to the Lego room, and then I'm going to take it out, put it on the tables, and fill this with the Winter Village. And hopefully, it's quite a large box, I can do just one more journey back downstairs. We'll see how it goes. Okay, there's still a little bit there. The track and the mountain obviously stay, but all of this detritus needs to come down. There were casualties, so I dropped the toy store here. So it was probably best they brought out a second toy store. And I also ended up with this stuck up my butt, which was fun, as I would try to get under the table. So I've got quite a good haul there, so I'm going to take that downstairs and get dusted. Okay, so I finally found the remote for the train, and you'll see the train is slightly shorter because I managed to test it out and it was fine until it tried to go round these corners and it couldn't do it, so I had to take the last carriage off. I think I need new batteries of the train, to be fair, but without that on, it went round fine, as long as you don't stop on the flexi track, because the flexi track it just can't cope with. But you'll notice we haven't got the bits in the corners yet, and every year I say, oh, we're going to build that out of Lego, and every year these trusty boxes come back. So again, we've not built it out of Lego. I'm going to put the boxes in and make sure the train still goes around. So I'm not sure why I was so excited about having tested the train and it worked before I put those 2 blocks on, because I forgot that the tracks go through them. So I had to redo all the track anyway because it didn't work. So this is the new track layout. And lesson learned, do the boxes first. Hopefully next year we won't need them, she says. But inevitably we'll forget and we'll still need them. Right, on with cleaning the rest of the sets. So it's gone 1 o'clock on Friday. I'm going to have to stop getting the Winter Village ready and start getting this video out. So I'm going to be, unfortunately, unable to do the Winter Village this week. And I'm sad about it, but I'd rather spend the time to get it done properly. One thing I will mention is, normally we put down base plates in the middle sections like this, so that we can put scenes in. And I went to find the base plates, and I found this one, and that's it. So clearly, during the year, we've been stealing them for the main Winter Village, because we've done a lot more plating up there. I did find this one that Ian's cut nicely for me. So maybe that could work in some of the areas, like if I put that bit there somewhere. I don't know, but it's a sad situation when that's the base plate that you find. I'm going to get as many buildings laid out, and I think I'll save the character scene setup for next week. So come back for that video. But if you want to see why we've stolen all the base plates, I'll link up our Winter Village up in the main city for you, so you can see that. Okay, so this is where I'm going to leave you this week. I'm actually super happy with the layout of the buildings because I haven't got all the little bits in, and there's loads of space for those to go in. So over here we've got the gingerbread house, Santa's visit, the fire station, and then this is the sort of market area. So you go across the rail track to get to there. Got the ice skating in there as well as all the stalls. Now, the thing that saved me space this year is the fact that this year's set can go along here because they're not deep and they fit quite nicely next to the train. And I had this one in the Winter Village last year, Honey Dukes from the Hogsmeade set. And so that was another thing I had to find a space for. So I've had to take that out. I'm able to take that out now. And I've also added in the 3 broomsticks as well. So that makes quite a nice little row of houses along there. Normally we just have trees along there. So I think that's actually quite nice. So I do hope, I know people didn't really like it, but I hope that they do that again next year. I've got the station on the corner. So that's taking, I think, a little less space than normal because you don't need to be able to get to the backs of these sets. And then the crossing there so that you can get to the little cottage. I figured people can live on both sides, so you've got Santa's visit on the other side, and then the cottage here. Bakery next door, so you can get your bread in the morning. Toy shop right near the mountain where the Elf Clubhouse and Santa's Workshop is, so they're supplying the toys. You don't want them to have to go far. And then we've got the big Christmas tree in there, and the ice rink as well. And loads of space for me to add all of the other bits. So I've still got a bunch in there. I've got some on the chair. Please ignore all the mess. So yeah, I've got a box of bits here as well. So it still needs a lot of doing, but I think I'm happy with the layout of the houses and the buildings and things. I think it looks really good. So make sure you come back next week to see how it looks fully populated with all the people. But for now, don't forget to leave a comment whether you think the layout's good or not, or if you've got any suggestions on where I can move things to. I like I say, I am pretty happy, but happy to take some feedback on board. And also, if you can't wait till next week to see Winter Village content, then I'll link up our Winter Village playlist at the very end. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later.